All right, hello everyone. We are going to go over Imprivata Cortext, the secure text messaging solution. I'm going to spend a little bit of time giving you a high-level overview of the product and the application that we'll be implementing at Heywood, and then just show you a quick demo of how it works on your desktop. So Imprivata Cortext is a secure text messaging solution. And what that means is that it is encrypted in transit and at rest, and it is a HIPAA compliant application for you to use. So this is going to replace any texting you're doing on your phones that may include patient information. So this slide basically says that for you as the nursing personnel, you want to make sure that you are using the secure text messaging solution, Cortex, whenever you text patient information. For the IT folks, this is important because there could be violations if people are texting from their phones rather than texting through the Cortex solution. So it's real important that you use this new application that we're providing to you. For leadership, not only do we want to make sure that patient information is secure, but we want to make sure that everyone is happy with the solution. So Imprivata's Cortext solution is an easy to use application that should be used for any SMS texting through for patient information. This slide shows you some of the main features of this product. So we can create groups for your personal use within the Cortex solution, and I'll show you that in my demo. But we can also create groups at the high level. So you may see some groups that were created by IT for you to use in the Cortex solution. It is a user-based solution, so we never publish phone numbers for the people that you'll be conversing with through this product. They may have a mobile application or a mobile device. You'll be using the desktop application, but we never publish any phone numbers. We simply use the username and password to log in and to log out of Cortex. You can text photos through your application. They may be photos that you have on your hard drive. So for example, for radiology, you may have a graph or something like that, a scan. You can text that as long as it's on your hard drive. You can send it along as a text message. The read receipt is very important. This feature shows when an actual message is read. So if you send a message to a doctor or a hospitalist that is walking around with their mobile device using Cortex, and they read the message, there will be a little envelope in your application that opens up. This indicates that the person has read the message. The indication, that flag that says it's read, as well as the time it was read, is all stored in a database in the cloud. This database is available for auditing purposes. So administrators of the Cortex solution can extract messages, and they can actually audit when the messages were sent and read. So those are the main features, and I will continue on to our demo. So here's the desktop application. This is what it looks like. It's real straightforward, very intuitive. I'm logged into this desktop application as Nurse Beaker. I'm going to show you a conversation between Nurse Beaker and Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith actually has a mobile device that she's walking around with. So let me just mirror her phone to our screen, and you can see how the conversation goes between the desktop user and the mobile user. Oops, let me get into Cortex here. There it is. Oh dear, it's asking me for upgrades. All right, so we log into the mobile device with an unlock code, but for your purposes, we're going to be focusing on the desktop application, which Nurse Speaker is logged into. We're going to have a conversation with Dr. Smith. We simply click on the send a new message icon, and then we can type a couple of characters to pull up all of the people that start with Carolyn in this example. So there's Carolyn Smith. We'll click on her name and we'll type a message. Please come to the 4th floor. We can send that along. So you'll see that Dr. Smith received the message. She can tap on the message and read the message from Nurse Speaker. Notice this open envelope. This is the indication that Dr. Smith has read the message. There's also a timestamp as well. So that is considered a complete conversation. Dr. Smith can, of course, reply to Nurse Speaker. She can just say, I'm on my way, or whatever she wants to say. And there are a couple of options for messaging. So we can mark this particular message as urgent by clicking on this exclamation point. What that does is it sends an urgent message to Dr. Smith. The urgent messages are different than routine messages in that they can assign, a mobile device user can assign different tones to the urgent versus the routine message. So that's one difference. The other difference is, as you can see, it's flagged as urgent, and on the mobile devices, it does come up as all red. The other options that we have for sending messages is we can click on this plus symbol and we can add an image. So this is if you have an image on your hard drive. Again, I see this a lot in radiology. They'll send along a scan or a chart and they'll send that to the recipient. The final option here for sending messages is to request a callback. So this is something that we can set in the settings, your personal settings. You can set your phone number, the office phone number, or you can just type one in and you can say, you can even just put an extension here for someone to give you a call back. But if we choose an actual phone number and we send that along to the mobile recipient, they can just tap on that phone number and call you right back. So that's a nice feature. The other features here is you could forward the message or delete the message. These messages are saved for 14 days for you to look at, but in our database in the cloud, your messages are saved for up to a year for administration to look back on and to audit. A couple of other features of Cortext, we see that Nurse Speaker is available to receive messages, and this is because of this little green check mark. That's how I know she's available. We can change her status to busy or to do not disturb. If we click on busy, we can check off edit options. This will give an option for Nurse Speaker to tell everyone in the Cortex community why she's busy. So I'm at lunch and I'm going to be at lunch until 5 o'clock, taking a really long lunch, and save that. Notice the little icon turn to orange or gold, and everyone that has Cortex will see that Nurse Speaker is busy. When we go to send her a message, it'll say that she is busy at lunch, and we can send her a message. Anyone can send her a message when she's busy. Oops. So that tone that you heard, that is on the actual desktop when she receives a message. The other thing that you will see when Nurse Speaker receives a message is a pop-up bubble that says she has a message that she can click on, and it will open this application. That is so that if this if this desktop is patient facing, the patient will not see this conversation at all. They will just see a pop-up that comes up. And our speaker can actually tap on that pop-up when it comes to read her text message. There's also a do not disturb status. So when she clicks on do not disturb, it actually changes the functionality of Cortext, and she will not be able to send messages when she's in do not disturb mode. If anyone sends her a message during that time that she's in do not disturb, she will not receive the messages until she changes her status back to available or busy. She can also change the reason why she's in do not disturb mode, just the way she did when she was busy or available. After the do not disturb status expires, it will flip her back to available status, or she can manually change it back to available status. Logging into Cortext. So on your desktop, the application is already installed. So all you need to do is launch the application. This will log you in with your Active Directory credentials automatically. So there's not a lot you need to do to actually log in. Just a couple of other things I wanted to go over. For groups, you can click on the groups. You can add a group of your favorite people that you converse with commonly. So we can say, let's see, nurse. We'll just say Beakers Brunch Buddies. And then we can add the participants. So it would be Adam, and we can add Jim or Julia, and then we can just click add. So now we have a list of Beakers Brunch Buddies that we can send a message to, and it will send a message to all 3 of those people or all 2 of those people. There will be some other groups here as well that may be added by your administrator. So you can choose. So I think that's it, unless, Jamie, do you have anything else you'd like me to cover?
No, the last thing I wanted to just add is that for the nurses on the floors, Imprivata Cortext should be installed on all thin clients and desktops. And when you launch that application, if you have a Imprivata OneSign license, it's going to automatically put in your username and password for you. So that's a great feature. If you run into any problems, please put in a help desk ticket and we will get back to you as soon as we can. We look forward to rounding for shoulder to shoulder support when we go live, which is going to be on Tuesday, March 22nd. So you'll see us around, and if you see us come around, feel free to ask us some questions. Thank you very much, Carolyn, for the demo, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye now.